All right, this is a continuation of my brass case 7.62x39 ammo testing. I am now using my Bear Creek Arsenal AR15, and I'm starting off with Belom, and then I'm going to go to the X-Force, and then I'm going to go to the New Republic. So if all of that stuff stays functioning and the gun keeps running, because I've had kind of a rocky history with this gun, if all of that stuff still works, then I will try using some of that Vimpel, even though that will probably get stuck in the chamber, because by then the gun's going to be hot and that stuff is lacquer case steel. So maybe I won't shoot that because I really don't want this thing to fail. But let's start off with the Belom. You know, the odd thing about this, the design of the bolt, there's not as many teeth on the 7.62x39 bolt as there is on the 5.56 bolt. So the last shot hold open and the bolt hold open don't really work on this. And in order to do the best I can with this, I am going to shove the magazine in and then drop the bolt. So safety's on. I'm going to do 5 rounds at the top left target at 50, 5 rounds at 100. And I have to warn you that this gun has a 5 MOA red dot, and I'm not the most accurate with this thing, but I'm going to do the best I can. If I do my part, hopefully the gun will do its part and not break on me again. So let's see. Well, that wasn't too bad to start. That was Belom. Let's go to the X-Force. $50 yards. And now the New Republic. Well, you probably saw on that last magazine, I double tapped the round at 100. That was not good. I'm sure one of those is going to be way off paper, but that was 10 rounds of the Belom, 10 rounds of the X-Force, and then 10 rounds of the New Republic. I want to go check out the targets before I shoot more. I will shoot some more for reliability, but I want to see how we did. At 50 yards, the red dot wasn't too bad. At 100 yards, the red dot completely covers the target because they're 6-inch targets. So let's see how we did on the accuracy there. Well, this is a little embarrassing. This is at 50 yards. This was the Belom. I'm about 5 inches high. I think they were all right here. I actually shot 6 the first time, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are the dirty ones. Then I went with the X-Force, and it looks like 1, 2, 3, I don't know, 4 or 5. They were all high as well at 50 yards. And this was the New Republic, which ironically, tightest group, and they were closest to the bullseye. But again, admittedly, I think I've only shot that red dot at 25 yards on that gun, because every time I take that gun out, it always malfunctions. This is the first time it's run great. I put 30 rounds through it without an issue, which may not sound like much for an AR, but it's a 7.62 39 Bear Creek AR, and it definitely needs brass cased ammo to run. So not too great with those 3 groups. Let's go check out the 100 yards and see if it's any better. So walking out to the 100-yard target, I didn't think there was going to be this much snow, because there's no snow at my house, and I only live like 6 miles from here, but ironic how much snow there is here. Oh wow, this is bad. This is really bad. Well, I went back and reviewed the footage, and I'm sorry that I have to do a voiceover on this part, but when I looked at it again, I realized that all of my rounds in the first 2, which were the Belom and the X-Force, were off the top of the target, and what you actually see here on the target is the New Republic at 100 yards. Yeah, I'm going to have to redo that, and I might actually use my iron sights on that thing instead of the red dot. I'll set it up so that I'll adjust it at 50 yards with the iron sights and see what I can do, and then I'll come back out to 100, but that is embarrassing. All right, I tweaked the red dot a little bit, and I'm going to start off again with Belom, then X-Force, then New Republic. The good thing is I was using the X-Force to tweak the red dot, and I put another box of it through the AR, and it's shooting it fine. Accuracy, we'll see. But again, I tried using the, actually my glasses are too dark. I tried using the iron sights, and the front sight is way out of adjustment. I'm hitting really low, and I don't have the tool to adjust it, so we're just going to have to use the red dot. So again, starting with Belom at 50 yards, and then 100, and then the X-Force, and then the New Republic. Pray I do better this time. Glare is pretty awful right now. Didn't pick one up. And that happens sometimes if you don't lock the bolt back before you load it. This is the New Republic. Well, let's go see how those did. I'm hoping the red dot is a little bit better zeroed. It seemed like it might have still been off to the left a little bit, but let's see if I got any of those on paper better than I did the last set. You know, you really should zero your guns before you go do some accuracy testing, but it is what it is. Well, this time around, we're going to see it all together at the first time. Trying not to get my shoes wet like an idiot. I wore sneakers, but oh, well, I see some of them on paper. That's a start. Couple. It's not as bad as I thought it was. They're definitely all left, though, which I knew. All right, so this is the Belom. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe there's 2 in that hole. It's tough to say, but there's 4 there. That's the Belom. This is the X-Force, kind of vertically strung left. And then, why do I have 6 here? I must have shot 6. This is the New Republic, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Unless I got mistaken and shot at this target instead of that one. I don't know. Not great accuracy. You know, that's about a 4.5-inch group. That's actually not bad. That's the Belom. That's 1.5 inches, maybe 1 3/4 inches. And then this is just about 2 3/4 inches with the X-Force. So not terrific. But again, the red dot covers up this much of the target at 50 yards. So, and I knew they were hitting left, so that's kind of what I expected. Yeah, I can't explain all this. This is about what I expected here. This and this. So the Belom and the X-Force didn't do horribly, but it's still not great. I think I'm gonna have to put a scope on that. Let's go out to 100. And you know, I've said it many times before, I'm absolutely not the most accurate or precise shooter. Obviously, I haven't had enough time with that 7.62 39 AR that it actually ran right to get it sighted in correctly or anything, because I always have a problem with it. First time I broke the extractor, second time I broke the firing pin, then I got a steel case stuck in the chamber, so I haven't had it out here yet where I haven't had major issues. But okay, Belom, I see 1, 2. I might have gone off the target. Maybe there's a couple more here. 1, 2. Oh, that looks like it might have been it. So it looks like I got 3 of them here from the Belom. And then this was the X-Force, which again, I know it's shooting left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why is there? Oh, that might have been from a different one, but I think these are all the X-Force. So again, quite a ways off aiming here, but the red dot completely covers the sight, and I know it's shooting left. So if it's 2 or 3 inches left at 50, it's going to be twice as much at 100, which I expect. And then the New Republic, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's actually not bad, even though, you know, I'm 6 inches off the center of the target. But, you know, that's probably a 3 1/4 inch group right there. Again, not terrific, but the brass case 7.62 39 runs in the Bear Creek Arsenal AR, which is a good thing. So even though the accuracy is not that great, I don't think a red dot is appropriate for that gun for me, not at 100 yards. Even at 50, it's not that accurate. So I think I'm going to end up putting a scope on that one. I know some people frown on putting a scope on an AR-15, but if I can't hit my target with the gun, it really doesn't matter, so I don't care.